Okay, so as we have now finished up setting up the backend for Microsoft Teams integration with the Cisco Unified Communications Manager or Cisco WebEx, let's go ahead and see some of the end user features. So for the first of the features that we would see is about how could you use Cisco Jabber within the Microsoft Teams. So what I'll do is I'll use one of the users, Adam McKenzie, and then I will log in. So probably you will see my domain here changing because I'm recording this on another day and my subscription has expired on Microsoft side. So I just registered with another domain for a test or a trial account, and then that's the account I'm using, traincollab.com. But in my previous videos, you will see that it's traincollabinfo on microsoft.com. So usually you will have these accounts, so you will log in with these accounts, but for now as I'm recording it on other day, what I'll do is I'll use another account that I have trial account with, which is traincollab.com, much better than on microsoft.com. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and log into the Microsoft Teams application. Okay, so it's already taken my password I logged in with last time. That's why it didn't ask me for a password, else it will ask you for a password to log in. Once you have logged in, what you have to do is either your administrator would do it for the complete organization and you don't have to do it, then he has to do it from Teams admin page. He will add Cisco Jabber in his app source, so that it's available for all the users. I have already done it. So that's a part of the Microsoft side. And then here you could just type in Jabber. There you go. You find Cisco Jabber as the application. And then you will just add this application inside your WebEx Teams as an app source for calling. And then it will ask you to provide some permissions so that it will function with the Microsoft Teams. Just click on give permissions. Just enter the password, whatever it is set for your user, and then sign in. Once you are done, I'll just skip it for 14 days because I don't want to do some kind of protection for now, security for now. So it's using this, Jabber minus integration minus a.webex2.com as the server name, and then it's not published by Microsoft, of course, that's by Cisco, and then it would like to read this information. Until and unless you give permissions to these things to read and sign in to some of your profiles, it won't be able to make some calls using Cisco Jabber. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and say accept. So of course you can go ahead and read Cisco's privacy data sheet and all those stuffs in case you are more security centric for your organization. Okay, then here you go, and here you will see that Cisco Jabber is added with a dial pad, and then you could either search the user. For example, I would search Monica Cheng, and then as Monica Cheng is in my directory, I can see her name directly here. Okay, so next we'll go ahead and make some calls to make sure that the Cisco Jabber works within the Microsoft Teams, and then we are able to answer the calls from the Microsoft Teams when someone from Jabber calls you. I'm gonna go ahead and search Monica Cheng, and then here she is, and I'm gonna say, okay, I'm just gonna call her. Let's see what happens. I've just searched her and I say call Monica Cheng, and probably it says cannot make a call. First you have to send a message to someone before you try to call them. All right, that means you have to first send them a small chat message, and I'm just gonna say, hi Monica, can we get on a quick call to sync before our today's customer presentation. And let's go on to Monica's PC, and I believe there is a chat that's received, and she says, for example, hey, sure, why not? All right, and then probably I'm gonna add here Jabber as well for Monica, and then she has to, from the app source, of course, from Microsoft Teams app source, I'm just gonna add Monica's Jabber client as an app source from the app source, and then I'm gonna give some permissions before she can use Jabber, and she wants to have the passwords, and then I'm gonna say, I'm just gonna enter the password, and then I'm just gonna skip this account protection and just gonna give all this read and sign in permissions so that the Jabber works. Okay, there you go, she has this, and then I'm gonna go ahead and then just click on a call, and then you have two possibilities. Either you can dial Monica's URI, or you can dial Monica's PSTN phone number if she has one in his directory. And here you see you just have one, there is no phone number added in his O365 users account. That's why he will not be able to call one. So what we are going to do is try a URI number to dial and see if that works. Okay, I'm just going to say call. Let's see what happens. I'm not sure. Maybe there is a Jabber pop-up that should come up. There you go, there is a Jabber pop-up, and then let's try again. And there you see there is a Jabber pop-up, and if I go to Monica's PC, she's not receiving a call because she is not logged into Jabber. That's what I want to show you know. So what you have to do is you have to also log into the Cisco Jabber at the same time when you logged into the Microsoft Teams, and you want to use Cisco Jabber for calling, you know. So what I'll go ahead and do is log in Monica with the Cisco Jabber. Okay, there you see that Monica Cheng is now logged in to her Jabber. Let's try to make a call again from Adam McKenzie's Microsoft Teams client and say call, and probably this time this call should work. Now you see he is calling, and then probably here you will see the call that's from Adam McKenzie, and I'll say answer, and there you go, the call is connected via Cisco Jabber. So what we are gonna see now is where has this call went through, you know. You see that the SIP invite is being sent, and to whom is it sent? So it uses the SIP URI that we dialed, and then it's mcheng@traincollab.com. Okay, So now we will make a PSTN call to Monica Cheng. So what I'll go ahead and do is probably use a Jabber client from here, and then should refresh, and then I would say here, for example, I will dial the number yeah, I believe the directory numbers are not correctly syncing between the Office 365 and Cisco Unified Communications Manager. We'll just go ahead in Adam Mackenzie's Cisco Jabber, and I will manually dial the number +197. What was the number for Monica? The number was +1972 555 6020. So I'll go ahead and dial +1972 555 6020. That's the number I'm dialing. And if I dial this number, I can see Monica Cheng because that's in the communications manager. I could also see this on Adam Mackenzie's Monica's Jabber that Adam Mackenzie is calling me. So these are resolving properly, but I am not able to see it in the Microsoft Teams, the phone number that I have assigned to Monica. So do let me know your answers, and probably I will provide my comments at the end as to why it was not showing it. Okay, so let's try to dial in some real external US PSTN numbers and see if the call goes out or not. We are not going to test if the call gets connected or not because I haven't configured the dial plan. That's already configured when the system came up from Cisco dCloud. So I think we are just going to see if the call goes out of the system or not. And we are not going to see anything else, So we just see if the call gets connected. All right, so I'll dial one of the Cisco's tech support numbers because that's the only number that I can dial from here, or any other mobile number or US number that we have. Okay, so the last number that I dialed, PSTN number, was from Monica Cheng, and I dial it manually because I had some directory problems wherein Monica Cheng's contact was not showing her phone number, but it was only showing her directory URI, So that's why that was a bad example to show you a PSTN dialing. So what we are gonna do now is dial this number and see what's gonna happen. Okay, I dial this number and let's see if it's calling or not. I see that it's calling, it's being translated, and hopefully the call gets connected after a while, or whatever has been done at the back end for the call processing after the communications manager. Okay, the call here is connected. Perfect. So we saw here a scenario wherein we are able to use the Cisco Jabber from within WebEx Teams for making calls using a directory URI, or using the +E164 number dialing, as well as to make the outside PSTN dialing, so that you do not have to take down your existing cost for the infrastructure that you have already invested in for the calling purpose. In my upcoming video, I'll be showing you guys how do you do the ad hoc meetings, schedule a meeting from within the WebEx Teams, Microsoft Teams, I'm sorry, and also how do you schedule it from the Outlook 365. Until then, thank you, take care, and stay safe. Bye-bye.